already in the chat after this. Okay, so I believe this is starting position, guys. What PMD surprised us. A little bit later he share which link is this. So maybe the person who recommended could prepare the people for this opening. Anyway, I'm not sure. Maybe this was Armonstruk. I'm not sure about the count. This year there will be no Black Sea. Why? No, I just said I reserved some place on the Black Sea. Hey Sirhain, why you think so there is no Black Sea? Okay, so he chose to play knight c3. This could be useful for all of you guys. This could be for all of you. Recommendation for this variation. It's Scandinavian defense, modern variation. In short, e4, d5, e takes d5, knight f6. In general, my best move, my favorite move here is a bishop e5 check. So we can just study one of the best variations for white side. I think I didn't do that. Bishop d7. 4 AM. Hey, Utmain, how are you doing? Bishop c4 when bishop is coming to g4. What is this PMD? Wait, I'm little sleepy, but is this PMD tournament? I think it's just a regular game what he sent me. Bat Wolf, I'm not sure now. 26th of March. It seems like same date. Anyway. So after bishop g4, I'm able to make this setup, like f3, g4, attacking the bishop and capture the bishop. It means go to sleep, please. Go to sleep. It's important. You see the god? You see the god? Okay. I think there's f3 line here. Well, there are about 3 moves what are possible. I think bishop c8 was one of the main theory too. If bishop h5, we're totally ready to attack the bishop and trap him. There's h6, we can simply bring the knight here and still knight f4 existing to exchange the bishop. Here we just deflect the knight in advance and trying to what do you mean? Can you speak up? We're trying to capture. I'm not sure if somebody touched my microphone. I never checked the settings, but yeah. Or could be some settings. I'm not sure. If you hear me well, maybe I'm just talking in a sleepy mood. Oh, it's enough sometimes to stay on the beach. I think it's enough to stay on the beach, even for me. Just lay down and eat and drink. Gonna be nice. Maybe even play chess on the beach. I like that. Hey, Linux Archer. Starting by some more games, I'm giving you even opening strategies, opening advices to what could be the best. So.
Sundays. Thanks for following.
Winning the bishop, exchange the bishop by knight is a very, very good strategy to continue the game with the bishop pair through d4, even castle. In this case, gonna be safety. If you feel in advance in a weak position around kingside part, probably you can simply bring the bishop to the kingside part just like that. This is one of my favorite variation in this Scandinavian with f3 here and trying to win the bishop. If there is a bishop f5, what's happened? We can try the same, pushing up g4. But if bishop is going to c8, knight c3, I have here Levi Rosman, one of YouTube video, and his voice was totally different, I think so, as mine in the morning. So when you get up, definitely your voice is totally different than usual. But that's why we have 2 night streams and 1 morning. Hey, so there, happy to see you. Swimming in an oil spill? I don't think so. There should be some dirty stuffs in, but as you said, probably could be dangerous. I'm a little bit on the south part, but yeah, hope so. Gonna be safety. Black Sea this year. What I'm dreaming for, because the winter was pretty cold this year and pretty long one too. Hey David, thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome to Amazonkas. You can check out our Discord, join and share with us your own chess experience. This is chess channel currently, forever. Most of the streamers are playing, yes, any different games, but I'm still not able to start such a project. For me, it's a project because I gotta start from 0. Yeah, 10 degrees. Now it's 8. Now it's current 8 in the 6:50 in the morning. I have a fan club too. You're welcome to join there just by 1 click on this link in the chat. How are you doing, David? What's your power? Adriatic Sea? I don't know. So if there's a C6, what is in general good setup to develop as fast as possible? White next go is trying to develop as fast as possible, not get advantage. He already took a pawn. And here the goal should be hold on at least a little bit the center, but of course black gets some advantage in the center with the pawn e5. So one more time, our goal is develop as fast as possible. You share some losses. Yeah, I start just with any game of xpac, but I can continue with somebody else if even xpac is not in the chat. So okay, he used to play knight c3. I just share with you that this is one of my favorite lines in Scandi. He still go there, but of course black should capture, and this variation is not anymore valid at the same power just because of c6. And we just try to use the extra pawn on d5, like in between check. He used to play in bishop f5, and now with this check we try to hold on the piece, the pawn on d5 through bishop c4, and now it's a long game. It's a pretty long game. I could recommend before castle in this moment, where an opponent tried to increase the pressure of that. Probably through bishop g4, knight d7, knight b6. Will be the correct approach to take back the pawn down. There we go. Not being able to convert twins, okay. I think everyone everyone is having such a weakness like you. So I could recommend here even h3, this prophylaxis move could be useful to not being pinned and to have the all freedom in the center after h3. The other pawn didn't care so much, so if he didn't come on time here, alternative move could be knight e5, block out bishop g4, pressure against the bishop, and still hold on this extra pawn. They are double, but of course they are enough strong to control the center here. Next we'll be simplifying. You always play h3 move 3 in Scandi? Wow! Yes, Nikki, but very often I share with you this plan with the g4. Some of the lines, even h3, g4 is working, knight e5 and capture the bishop on g6. So don't be scared of this pin so much. Well, depends of which variation you talk about, but don't be scary. Your knight e5, I really respect this centralizing of the knight, because it's blocking out also the other knight to come to d7 in advance. After bishop f5, you can now play rook e1. It's a totally different situation. The white is extra pawn. Next step is somehow simplify. You're able to bring the bishop out, queen behind, and then bishop here, standard setup. This is also extremely weak after knight e5, so don't forget about some upcoming tactics through d6, discover attack. This will be very useful for white. Alright, d6. I'm not sure I understand that move, why his opponent didn't capture. I don't see the threat. Maybe if there's something spicy like knight g5, just black is able already to block out the diagonal, so it's not that great. In my eyes, I don't really like to give back the pawn without compensation. If you're going to generate an isolated pawn, makes sense. But if d6 is so empty move, give back the pawn, it's a huge favor. This is friendly chess totally. You have extra pawns, so the most natural decision without thinking gonna be dc. The computer move here is bishop g5, but we all are human, and I guess so we have to take. And now you're able to advance your other pawn if you'd like, or keep going with attacking him in a regular way through e5. e5 is fantastic outpost, and xpac lost this chance with d6. Makes no sense to play friendly chess, guys. So if you push d6, give back the pawn just like that, it's not that great. It's good to have any compensation behind it, any benefits behind it. So knight e5, and what's going on if opponent trade-off? It's going on our dream. We simplify, and this has to be easy win. In advance, after deflecting the knight, we're able to come with the queen to f3, pressure on f7 and b7 too. So you're searching for the weak points of opponent already in a regular way. You see, I didn't sacrifice, I hold on my extra pawn, and all my pieces are in the center. You're able to come here too, just because this is not even losing of pawn. This is also alright, still pressure here, still pressure here. I still want to go for knight e5, and at the same time pressure of e7 too. It's so much pressure. So, okay, if we go back, the first inaccuracy move has to be d6. E6, opponent also play friendly, but on this level, I guess so, it's something normal. So guys, if you have a choice between this, let's count all possible squares for the bishop. Let's explain it in a simple way. What will be the square? What will be your preferable square? Where to go? Hey, Punk Wank, how are you doing? Winter in my... Good comparing, I guess so, but... winter in Miami is warmer than Scotland in the summer. Yeah, you can compare easy. Already you can compare in an easy way through Mr. Google, I guess so. So if you have any of those squares choice of course, we didn't try to move the bishop to such a squares to block out the queen, block out the rook, for instance. So when you step here with the bishop, you're like you like block out yourself. Hey, Sir Proper, how are you doing? You block out yourself, and also we try to control not only one diagonal, we try to have access of the next one. Here we go, this one or this one. And we're searching for in advance options how to coordinate the pieces. Probably queen behind, bishop in front is the best, but here bishop is a little bit sad, yeah. So bishop f4 is much more open. So as much as more squares you compare with this and these squares you control, will be much better. Here you're able even to come here, being safety. And bishop g5, of course, was the other best move. Like generate a pin, and after queen is coming behind, you're able to go to h6 and generate a different kind of attacking. Knight to e5, or just queen to f3, with the king side attacking potential. Knight g4, you can start using the pin in advance. Here you cannot use so much because you block out one more time the rook. Choose more active piece, active square for every single piece, please. Active squares. Get ready to the bed. Okay, you can fall asleep with this background of me and little music. All right, a takes b5, this is good for us. C takes b5, and now why? Why we should retreat? Background noise. It has to be, supposed to be music, but I just put it down. You have to be able to listen my analysis. Bishop takes b5 or knight takes b5. Let's not be distracted so much. We can make a timeout in between games. Good background noise. Knight takes b5 or bishop takes b5. I think everything is possible based on the pin. Doesn't matter that we have defender. So we have how to calculate two attackers against b5, and we count only d7 bishop like defender. We don't count a6 like defender because a6 is under pin. So when we capture once, if opponent decides to recapture, we just take exchange extra. Yes, you're supposed to send me analysis. Yes, many people send me. Huge thanks, guys. This time you sent me much more after. Comparing to Rapid, you know, in Rapid I analyze the games into the 2 streams. Tomorrow after Arena seems like I will continue analyzing games, but who knows, maybe today I can continue analyze until the lunch. After 30 minutes I can make my short morning break, and then I plan to continue the stream maybe longer because many games you sent me. It was a special tournament, David. If you play for different team against any of our players, we are supposed to analyze it. In the other case, you can collect channel points, and we have this option in the menu of Twitch too. If you collect enough channel points, that means you will be enough long time in the stream, and you can use these benefits. Or you can join the fan club. This is the other option, and all the time I'm able to check out some more fan club games if you play for our team. Many games, so excuse me if we slow down. But you sent me many games, and I'll try to make this like I think so exciting stream to analyze as much as possible. Okay, he didn't capture d5. I could say that doesn't really matter how you're gonna capture. There we go. This is the same variation. Yes, the Piper. This was something like joke at the beginning. One of the chat provoke Captain Logis gave me this idea. I will not say who was this guy. And it was something like joke at the beginning, but yes, it's a 1 million channel points for French defense just because I hate French. Maybe, I mean, if you donate 1 million channel points, probably I will play French for in about 3 hours. We will see how we will proceed. Yeah, 400,000 channel points. So because I hate French, that's why it's 1 million channel points. And I will play maybe 3 hours regular arena or rated games, doesn't really matter. I have actually many skills in French just because I play most of the cases against French, so I know what could be playable for black pieces too. Many variations, depends on white too. Alright, bishop d3. At least if you escape with the bishop again, this pawn chain is solider than this one. This one could be breakthrough after d5. So after d5 you have to definitely open up the position with the bishop pair and with this extra pawn on d6. Hey Gyokyo, how are you doing? Mouse slip e6 instead of e5. Oh, if you mouse slip, yeah. I think it's never happened to me to mouse slip French, just because I'm Sicilian player most of the cases. Okay, he simplified finally. Queen d2, last heavy piece, what is not developed. There we go. Bishop h6. Okay, start searching for trade of pieces. Bishop g5, excellent. As much as possible, much better. So here we have two options. One of it is activate the minor piece, yes, on g5. And the second one, no, I think currently my bullet rating is the highest one. Last week I just won 3 games, 3 rated games in a row. Hat trick. I don't really play so much, just to keep some good level there, but time to time, yes. The rating what I'd like really to improve is the blitz one. I'm focusing currently about this. Okay, and maybe I'm able also to play in a different website too, time to time, for bullet maybe. But the curious thing is my bullet there is lower than chess.com and my blitz is much higher. I still have to get to 2550 because of those streams in the past. Some people still remember, so I have to do my effort. Could be 1 day of playing. I know how much gonna cost me. Could be 1 good day of playing, because very often I have bad days. So exchange the queens. This is the other point where you can step on the 7th rank and have enough pressure, but still organize the pieces. I'm not sure if it's existing checkmate. The opponent will try to develop through bishop c6, knight d7, but yes, if you want to play for a checkmate, you have much more patterns. If you keep queen on the board through this way, you can step on e6 too, or after rook e7. You have more attacking options when you keep more pieces on the board, and you can finish the game faster. To 650 you go back. To 7. You could keep to 7 for half year at least, and you want to take new mouse. I don't know, somebody share with us, I think over 2,800 maybe, or 2,700, share with us that he used to play with the 5 or 10, something like $10 mouse. We all have $100 mouses, over $100, and this guy said, oh, I'm just playing with the $10 mouse. Yeah, depends of how fast you'd like to be with the speed of the mouse. Alright, h4, knight wasn't under attack. What's the way to cover e7? Well, we cannot cover e7. Well, actually we have queen f4, but probably there's h6, g5. What is coming to us? So what we have to do? Queen b4, losing the knight. Queen f4 is one of the alternative defensive move, and the next one has to be rook e7, what is in my blood. Counter-attacking move. Step on his neck on the 7th rank. So also drops pieces to the wrong square. Sometimes it's happened to me with the arrows. I have also expensive, good, one of the best mouse, Hero, Mr. Hero. But Mr. Hero, time to time, maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know, but after the rice operation, maybe my mouse is a little bit messing up. So when I drag pieces like that, not pieces but arrows especially, I feel some zigzag. I feel some zigzag and not so precise dragging. Anyway, so rook e7, boom. If there's h6, what's going on? Where would you like to go? Try another port. Maybe I didn't put it into the correct port. Yeah, could be possible. Could be different USB. I have many on the PC downstairs here. I did by myself, but have to check out, yeah. Okay, so now if you have to choose a good square for the knight, of course you should go up, 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 up. Trying to attack me on h6. And what should be the next strategy after g5? Here it seems like there is no checkmate, but these pieces are enough annoying into the sight of opponent already. Yeah, Gyoku supposed to play for the winners or not? Which team was yours? During PMD Arena, we definitely miss much more powerful players like Gyoku. I think Strobex could be a good option too, but Gyoku is a really powerful player. I think now we don't have potential checkmate, but we can increase the pressure. How, guys? If you're white here. If you go to e5, you're able to lose d6, so maybe it's not really so simple. You see now, when I make like that, could be like, could show like this. It's disconnect my, time to time disconnect my arrow, and I don't like this. You play for Fuji. Oh, you're the winner. We should time out Gyoku then. At their account, yes. Yeah, they have cheater, yeah. But you never know if he's a real cheater. Could be a mistake too. I cannot say he was cheater. Has to be proving, Okay guys, let's finish with this game because I'm searching for alternative interesting lines, tactics. Yeah, we could ask Gyoku to. Roji team was nice. Wrongly closed? It's your friend. Okay, let's play chess, or what was the count? Let's chess. He was playing extremely good and non-title player, but or national master, I'm not sure. They reinstated. Okay, hope so. Maybe if he's not really a cheater, could be a mistake. Sometimes he could be disappointed. Yeah, let's exchange rooks, yes. yes. I don't think so there is something super bad in his level, just because I know the case that he played against our player, and our player blundered, I think, 2 of the games rook, so I cannot say that he has some super special skills. I didn't meet him like a player, so cannot say so much. Sorry. It could be fair play. I can never be sure. I don't know this guy. So now the simplest continuation is queen e3, and in advance you can start pushing, of course, to open up the position much more. Good night, David. You're welcome to come again. Wednesday and Thursday night we have interesting program, so you can come with us in the night. It's gonna be lunchtime yours probably. So queen e3, such a simple move, could be winning. h4. He lost now d6, so he lost the focus about. He has to still thinking about king side attacking and not being distracted to play to the left and right, to play to the left and right. Try to choose only one direction. Only one direction. Let's finish this game, guys. So if here is white's turn, what we should do, how we should continue this. And by the way, you see that the xpac is not really having time problems, guys. He's really operating in an excellent way. It's a white move, and he did play c4. Again, you don't need to totally move to the other side of the board. You can keep going with the king side attacking. I'm not sure if you gave me any suggestions here. Yeah, you try to study your own mistakes and not repeat them. This is the whole plan, guys. So one of the plan here could be queen f4, and in the other hand also you can bring the rook in front and queen behind, but pawn d4 is currently hanging. So let me check out what's happened if opponent is able to capture here. Again, we're able to step in his 7th rank. And could happen the same option, even knight h7, attacking the queen, winning of h6. This is crushing attack, definitely. Your point? You mean your rating? Okay, so after this, rook e7, this is the benefits out of it. 2, 4, 60. Hey, JV. Good, good, great. Probably we could take also Caval. If you remember, Caval was a powerful player. He could play Arena also instead of me. But anyway, let's not searching for the mistakes. What a team we collect. I think our team was good, let's say. And we deserve first place because we won in about 4 tournaments. Huge thanks to Mr. Kusha. Room to go up. Okay, so knight hg5. So finally he exchanged here, and after h4 totally choose to... Actually, it's most of all the problem is blunder. Probably he was able to play c3 and still staying better, but he just blundered the pawn on c4, capture here. Okay, such an exciting pawn structure. There we go. Pawn capture e4, 96. Again, queen f4 is amazing activity of the queen, followed by rook e7. The same threat. Capture. Queen c2. I think so. We can retreat the bishop with the option to push up if the d8 block out. And also the other benefits of this will be generate a pin. How much you blunder? Yeah, of course, it's all depends of who is your opponent. You do that, you play queen c2. Rook f7. He could push. First option to push, you have to use your advanced pass pawn. Pass pawn, push without thinking. If it's well protected, it's gonna be alright. Right. So here, do we have any forced checkmate we can think about? I don't see. So what about d7? Opponent is not really able to cover d8. If there's rook f8, we can simply bring the rook. There is no checkmate around. Our king is having a fantastic window. So I think so. You start at 5 and stop at 11. Oh, that's bad for its main, yeah. And now white is definitely promoting this pawn without problems. He didn't push on time, and now he just was able to lose the pawn. And if there is no checkmate, if there's only one check, black evacuates the king in a successful way on h6. And no more check. This could be checkmate, but it's hard to reach this square. We have this check, but there is f4. Disconnecting. covering the check, so looks good for black already. That's pity. He sacrificed a knight for some reason. Of course, we try to not really understand all the moves of opponent. Queen c1, f4, Logis. We try to not really understand all the moves of opponent, especially in the side note, especially the blitz games. Queen d8, okay, this is a total blunder. King h6 could be one idea more playable. Again, queen c1. I can simply cover it through f4. Hey, John. How are you doing, John Twitch? Okay, now queen extra. Supposed to be easy. I'll make a short 10-15 minutes break and we'll continue with the much more games. This game of xpac was good, I think so. Little inaccuracy, little. Alright, I'll go back now to analyze some more games, guys. Oh, Emilio Cordova, I know this guy from Peru. Could see the game. Yeah, checkmate with the 6 queens. Make it possible. It's not easy job because you shouldn't repeat the control of the queen squares. Okay, who else is in the chat? I can go to the next one if xpac is still not here. And I can go back to xpac a little bit later. Okay, let's check out the Piper. Okay, the Piper just sent me some game. We have the Piper game. He's also here. Okay, the Piper just sent me one game, so let's finish with him, I guess so. Oh, let me send me several. Good, cool. All of you send me games, so I'm not sure if you're able to listen to all stream, but in general, okay, it'll be here. I'm trying to analyze everything. Let's go. And I will move it to here. It's already done. Analyzes. Mood. Alright, the Piper just sent me one game. Most of you 2, 3 or even more. I said there is no limitation. Anyway, the Piper is white here against Silesia. Let me see. He chose to play knight c3. I already gave you, I will not repeat myself because I already gave you one of the best opportunity for white side. The other good one is... So if I don't play bishop b5, the other good one is directly f3 followed by d4, c4, knight c3. This is also a very, very active setup against this kind of Scandi. Okay, so he used to play knight c3. This is not really protecting the pawn. A bit strange position of the bishop. So, if we talk about general rules, let's forget about long theory or whatever. But Aaron Nimcevich, man, Aaron Nimcevich. So you should go for the center. This is the main center where we try to have a pawn in it. And when you occupy the main center, you control the center, you control the game. Then you're able to attack me on the king side, on the queen side part. Shoot. So though. Okay. Alright, so after you control the center, also next step is choose the best square for your minor pieces. Any activity where you could have space, more squares control. What means space? And then you can start attacking me in a more aggressive way, or you can simply make a castle. So first think why I don't think so bishop is good place here, because if this pawn is still here and they will not push to destroy their castling, which looks good, like if they're gonna just play bishop g7 and castle, like in the game. Now this bishop is not really useful because opponent can generate a good pawn chain against him. There we go. And the question will be, what are you doing on a3? Is it really a useful move or not really? Immediately c5 also could work based on the pin, a fork, pin, whatever. Or knight d7, c5, bishop e7, this is the best setup. And again, you should improve the position of the bishop because he's not anymore working well at the same diagonal. So I think so we have to change the strategy here and play simple d4, followed by bishop out here. Most of all, we can focus about f7, not e7. And this bishop could be out here, supported with the queen behind. You're all the time threatening to go here. So if you want to keep the pressure of e7, 5 times better move gonna be bishop g5, not bishop a3. Bishop a3 could be good if this pawn is already here and you're able to control the diagonal without problems. Wow after wow here. Wow after wow. You attack him in a good way, but the problem here is probably he's able to simple push e5, and you cannot really, hey chess lance, how are you doing? You cannot really attack him because he can keep going with the pushing, and knight g5 is not really existing because queen's cover g5. I think black is alright here. Chess lance, play for us, and even I think qualifying the first 10 places, the buff tournaments or one of it. I think Chess Lance is also, check out Chess Lance channels, guys. There are about several people there who are working hard for chess. Thank you, Chess Lance, for your participation. It was something like some battle for you. But some people play in our own arena, and I'm very, very glad, like Mr. Kusha Chess. Queen e2. The problem with that move is simple e5, so again I'll go back to the topic that you should be able to have a pawn in the main center. So d4, it's something like pressure against e5. Not really stop e5, it's still possible because of 1, 2, 3 defenders. So e5 is still possible. We shouldn't block it out. But after e5 we can simply develop the queen, we can centralize the other rook, and you're welcome every single time. Yeah, Daniel, thank you so much again for your participation. We're able to centralize the rooks, or we're able to double the rooks, depends on your choice. Both files are really important because they're central one. Queen e2, king f8. I say wow after wow because the king here, they bring the king to the center instead of just simple pushing the pawn in the center. They bring the king in the center, which is a very, very wrong approach, because then all his kingside part become hanging. Knight g5, fantastic fork of you, the Piper. Thank you so much for the good game. Bishop f6. And now, which pawn is more delicious? f7 or h7? I could say both. f7 is attacking the queen. There's a queen d7, only one square. Queen is almost trapped. You can see the control of your pieces too, yeah? So queen is almost trapped. There's only one free square, d7. After you capture f7, also you pretty much open the king. So there's some tactic patterns, definitely. Knight takes h7, there is a king g7. yeah, instead of improving the pawn structure, he moved the king to the bad square. This is his opponent. Oh, 1,300 by the way, 1,300, and the piper is still is only 460. Is only 460 rated player. So that's amazing attacking of the piper. Definitely. Bishop e6. This is a little blunder of the piper. Blunder after blunder for both sides. When you dominate like that, you start searching for mating nets, mating patterns, or just to bring your queen like attacker in any of those squares. So how you check out? You check out first the control of opponent. There we go. So where is the only one free square? Boom. This has to be h6. Supposed to be h6, so you try to bring your queen and go inside. That's why a little before I said I'm not pretty sure which pawn is I could focus about, because capture on h7, kick the king out, and then these two bishops could work much better. So if you go to g8, by the way, based on this pin, you're able to win the piece based on the pin. And now the game is totally over because you increase the advantage of material. If you move the king with the g7, it's also quite interesting if the king is going out, because of the same reason of the pin. Now, I don't think so this king gonna survive. After one check, if opponent cover with the bishop, we have a simple winning of the piece through g4. By the way, all the subs are welcome to play against me on Thursday, Classical Simul 60+10. It's coming out of my fan club. I just announced it in my blog, I think so, yesterday. So you're welcome to join the Simul on Thursday. And next week we have a sub battle against Mr. Bogner. So here there is a g4. If there is no g4, then boom. After you capture on f7 already, the mating net has to be easy. Has to be easy. So maybe knight captures h7 was much better. So here is the moment where you have to choose which pawn to capture. Oh, my coffee. Okay. So, there we go, guys. Pawn h7 definitely makes more sense to be captured. Capture f7, queen d7 seems like more complicated, but queen e3, this is approach how you can attack me. I realize that these sandwiches are very exciting, by the way, let's show you. I mean, very interesting, because the bread is not white. I hate when the bread is white, completely white. It's with some chicken. My language. Not sure if someone could read it, maybe only Sapotashwa. We have this. But okay, it's just with chicken and something fresh, so. But it's again not so dark bread. I'm not really sure. Airport food. I think the main competition was something like Eat and Go. There are about several kinds of Eat and Go. Yeah, airport food. Airport food. Yeah, I like it. Some of them are good, really. Before, maybe I was tasting disgusting, really sandwiches where, or you have their terrible mayonnaise or whatever. But this one is really fresh. You have prepackaged at home. It was planned to be somewhere else. We bought 3, but now we already have 1. So, oh yeah, I'm lazy. Yes, I'm lazy, of course. I don't think so. Yeah, it's already, everything's so expensive. Even if you buy all these products, even if you spend time to prepare it. If you buy the old products, everything costs time, you know? So it's easy. Take it from the fridge and just eat it. I can cook, of course. I'm cooking, but sometimes some days, if you're full of work, it's much better to concentrate on the work, because 2 days ago I was cooking and it cost me about 2 hours if you cook something special connected with meat. And yeah, little bit different levels of preparing the food. No, he was talking about my sandwich. Maybe Logis missed to see my sandwich. I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but it's an Eat and Go company. Yeah, it's not advertising. It's just something. Okay, so bishop e6 definitely is a blunder of the piper, because you have to check out the control of e6, and this is more or less connected with the covering the knight. Yeah, I don't think so. It's better option to buy this, you know, I hate them ready boxes with the spaghetti, for instance, and 100 types, 100 kinds of spaghetti. Let's say noodles, whatever, but there is too many E letters and numbers inside. So to be fast prepared, there is something unhealthy in it. Of course, you can make spaghetti by yourself, but also they're not really so healthy. Average Italian lady is supposed to be a little bit bigger. I don't want to say different words, so average Italian ladies. So why I said that? Because they would like to eat so much pizza and noodles and spaghetti, pasta, you know. It's time to open my sandwich. Become hungry. Okay, just have to eat something before the coffee. I already finished some pear. I love it. I wanna visit Italy after after this interesting thing finish. I will be happy to visit some more countries. We'll see. I've got some invitation of Italian tournament, but I didn't pay attention to it. There's so many complications around traveling, so many tests. I've got invitation of Serbian close tournament to play just in 3 days. Are you able to come? They offer me some honorar. It wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. But I declined because it's just after 3 days I should travel and play a close, serious one grandmaster tournament. Serbian food is also excellent. They have a great kebabchichi, great BBQ. And okay, so when situation is still not crystal clear, I decline to play. Yeah, working on myself. So bishop h6, guys, give me good moves here, how to continue this powerful attacking. Let's explain why bishop e6 is not good. He did a counterattack, but capture, 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 and this is all connected with your hanging knight. Now, instead of being totally winning, you're bad. So if you're white here, how you should continue? Let me see, chat. No, Bulgarian food is excellent. Yesterday I cooked, but okay, guys, you're not. I mean, it's too complicated. When I don't really go to the work, I'm working from home, and maybe this is one of the terriblest things because you have benefits, but if you have plenty of dishes in some moment and you eat non-stop and you have to cook for breakfast, lunch and dinner, it's too much prep, you know. And when you're working somewhere else, you can just go outside and eat something. And when you have to prepare it 3 times, not 1 time per day, it's a hard job. The length of beer and chocolate. Fridge is exactly on 1 step close to the left side of me. Lucifer, what did you say? Knight f6, knight h6? Yeah, I'm enough active, believe me, but sometimes staying in front of the computer 5-6 hours probably is a little problem. I have to change this strategy for the next winter. 1 more winter in this apartment, I think so. I plan to move. One more winter. Yeah, because people keep the knight with this pressure. It's not one of the best, let's say. What could be in about +4? Oh no, Balkan food is fantastic. Yesterday I made a shopska salata. Our traditional salad. Cucumbers, little cherry. Not really tomato, but little cherry. It's gonna be the same. Red onion. Red pepper. And on the top you have, of course, extra virgin, salt, lemon, and little white cheese. We have, I guess so, one of the best white cheese. It's great, great salad. Carrot, you can add carrot if you'd like to make it more colorful. Anyway. Keep the secret garage. Supposed to be Arena into the correct time this week because I go back finally to the same time zone as USA, so everything is become the same. Queen e3, queen h6. Waiting for good suggestions. This is the whole plan of analyzing the games, actually. Those of you who are in the chat, also you're able to analyze. Doesn't matter who is the player, what I'm analyzing. Make fun, yeah. Well, Belgian chocolate is one of the best in the world, and Switzerland too. This is what I can confirm. The other, there's a much bigger chance to buy marzipan, if it's called like that, marzipan, instead of real chocolate. Real chocolate's supposed to be cocoa, huge percent, and milk, quality milk. This gonna make the chocolate very good. I have been only 1 time in Belgium. My brother is in Switzerland, And hope so this Christmas finally Logis can send me a Belgium chocolate. Have a nice work, Captain. Okay, Queen e3, Queen h6 looks like the best, yes. If here this didn't really stop me, there's a coming checkmate. G5 we can simple take. He has to send it, yes. So Tara already has experience of that, so sorry for that. And also the price should be not more than 10 euro maybe. Otherwise they charge me, I think, in about 15 euros more. It's incredible because you pay the package. It's happened to me also. To the opposite side. You pay the package like the mugs what I ordered too. It's happening the same. I order mugs, I pay everything, then there is a custom service, and I should pay additional money. This is bullshit. If you don't have a special package of something else, not just the product, what is with forever valid, you have to pay more and more and more, and there is a custom service. I think this is terrible system. It's totally mafia. You cannot pay for 3 mugs. I was ordering only 2 mugs. And they both arrive after 6 months of fighting broken. They give me back the money from... It was a long fighting, yeah. I didn't give up. But you know what? When they come and they charge me about 20 more euro or 25 for these 2 mugs, what I already paid, I just declined to pay them, and I sent them back because when you make the package like that, I didn't open it. They've been broken, so I just sent them back. And then they try to send me again. They've been broken again. I send them picture and they give me back the money. But I think it's only happened to my country. I think Logis took the max in an excellent way and so fast. So I'm a little jealous about that, yeah. But Prikriti is nice serial, Russian mafia, yeah. We have Octopus, old serial of Sicilian mafia, Italy, in the past when I was a kid. This was very famous, Octopus. All right. Let's go to King G7. Check. This was the... No, this wasn't the game. He played Bishop E6. This was blunder. Then Black is also blundering. Which stuffs? I think I'm just accepting the life. Like, this life is just one fighting for everything, for love, for chess, for the current working, for the current project in front of you, for the current even to get up at 6 AM every single day or whatever. All life is one fighting. So it's about inspiration inside. If you're enough inspired and if you have enough energy inside, if you find out this energy, if you find out every single day inspiration to get up, to find the reason to get up early and give content to someone else in the world, will be awesome. I think so. Will be awesome. That's in my notes. I mean, every single day try to make something useful, and this could make you happy, and this is the final goal, being happy. of the things, what are you doing? So now, a very complicated decision, where to capture, how to capture, are we still able to go to h6, is there enough time, so we have these candidates, or just move away the queen. Which one is your preferable, chat? It's a TV show, yeah, but it's an old one also, Pod Prikrytie, yeah. But it's not only Bulgarian, I think, so actors there, or it was a story for not only Bulgarian, I mean, the story. Thank you, Lucifer. Turkish, yeah. Turkey is very close, so it's something normal. Yeah, this is the general problem. There's a knight takes e2 gonna be checked, so you have to take only one decision. In a very easy way, he took it. Takes e4. Continue collecting pieces is one of the sweetest ever job in chess. Black was able to capture here. If we capture back like that, we can count the material if it's enough. So we have a queen and knight against two rooks, which is more than enough to win the game. Also, currently, with this super little move, we can simply close the bishop in an excellent way. So I will not count this like a working move. Wow. "70 seconds on the clock and 19 for opponent." Makes no sense. I should stop analyzing the game when there are less than 20 seconds for sure, but let's talk about analyzing of this. Two attackers, two defenders, so it's forbidden to capture there because queen and bishop are well connected. Queen and bishop are well connected, keeping each other, so this is not really depending of the pawn on e7 to be deflected or whatever. I think rook takes e7 is just losing the rook, just like that. If you capture, I'm able to bring my king to the center. Now, can simply go back. You just lost a piece, makes no sense. Probably it's still winning, but makes no sense. You can simply, I don't know, trade off and run away with the knight. You can simply move away the queen. There are about many options here. Queen h3 covering the knight with the option to bring the knight back, and you have extra piece. You don't need to sacrifice. You don't need to sacrifice if there is no forcing variation. Then c3. Oh yeah, this is the previous position. Let's not discuss the position with the extra queen. We just accept that this is totally winning. Okay. Rook takes e7, and now let me see if he find out the move. No. Okay, guys. Checkmate in one. Mate in one. Boom. Let's explain why. If it's not crystal clear, because for the maybe lower rated players, I should explain one idea more. It's calling double check, man. This is calling double check. Discover double check. Checkmate. Just because knight control cover g8, bishop is also the second check, so queen is not really able to take the rook, that's it. Okay. Yeah. There's some delaying between chess.com and the stream. I think this is because of preventing of cheating. So when I'm explaining, maybe you don't really see it immediately. Okay. Yeah, don't want to exchange the queens, but exchange the queens. Your extra piece could still stay on the board. In the other case, in the game, you lost this extra piece. You lost it. So what is much better? To keep going with the simplification, with the still having extra knight on the board? You again simplify, you again trade off the queens here. But you lost the knight. Window for the king, it's very nice. I mean, you've been winning in one, so it makes no sense. This check is a bit interesting. If you can push him to move the king in front, there is a chance to searching for mating pattern here through g4, I guess so. So if there is a king g5, you have this approach. Rook controls f5, this pawn control f5 and h5, bishop covers h6, and you're ready to checkmate him by h4. He's supposed to sacrifice the rook and it's over. If there is a king h4, then you're searching for something like deflection and then boom, him. I think so, could be potential checkmate with this way, or if you have access of g3 with the bishop. You can try different approaches how to checkmate him here. Deflect the rook definitely is your main goal, and searching for a checkmate by bishop. Okay, so you go to trade off the bishops. Alright guys, let's keep going. Now the game is exciting, let's say, otherwise could be too boring. So 20 seconds against 2 seconds, I think they have some increment of 2 seconds at least. Now this could be good deal. Instead of c4 and capture here. Finally I finished my sandwich. I don't want to talk with sandwich eating, but okay, I'm ready to analyze now as much as possible games. So rook takes e7, rook takes f2. I think so this is good deal because you're able to take these 3 pawns in a row, 1, 2, 3, and when I capture here, now you're able to generate a pass pawn through capturing b7 and then continue capturing a7, and now you have a pass pawn, so you can push it until a6. This is the correct strategy, and then feel free to bring the king and hide the king behind the pawn and then make a barrier by rook. This is the correct winning strategy in this endgame, rook endgame. What you can do very, very fast, like rook behind, okay, pre-move here, and then pre-move until a6. This is the power how you could guarantee winning of time, you know. And now, please don't push to the end, because pushing to the end, if the king is not in the center of the board and you are able to make me check and promote makes no sense. So you lose the chance for supporting the pawn by king. And if pawn is here one more time, you have space for generating a barrier. Barrier could be a rook. You need a rook behind, king covering of the checks, and push to the end. With all this price, you can totally sacrifice all your pawns on the king side part. Or push them a little bit, and that's it. I think there is some Botvinnik game, classical example how you are able to win such a rook game with extra rook pawn. But I think this is complicated. In short, just to guarantee draw in the pocket, you have to collect these 3 pawns in a row. Makes no sense to cover c4 because now he will counter-attack you on the a file. Of course, your opponent is also doing in about 100 mistakes, but we talk about correct chess. So let's check out the second scenario, because these are 2 totally different endgames. Here again, oh, low battery. Here again we have a rook endgame, guys, on the board, but where is the difference? Here you almost have no chance to win the game. What's the main reason for that? Opponent's king is at the same time where we are able to generate a pass pawn. And even generating a pass pawn seems like almost incredible job. Incredible, very, very hard job. So, of course, it's much harder to generate this setup through black is simple, have active king, also rook covers here, plenty of checks though. So there is enough good counterattack of black here. Push this pawn anyway. Even if you generate a pass pawn, it will be well blocked out by the black king. It will be perfect blocked out by the black king. So it will be very hard for you to make this pass pawn advanced and promote it. Very hard. When it's the same time, king's position, the same time, apply Philidor defense. I'm not sure what you talk about. I'm talking about current rook in game, so it makes no sense your question about Philidor defense, Simon. So this rook in game, you have less than 3% chance to win the game. If I go back again, let's explain the difference between trying to collect as much as possible this variation. Here you have more than, well, taking the fact of the ratings, maybe stats, maybe you have more than 70-80% chance to win the game. It's much easier to win the game here. Much easier, because this king is pretty far away. And let's show you also the very common technique how to win the game. If opponent is doing a mistake, let's say you go to this strategy, oh yeah, but if opponent try to bring the king here, let's show you one of the most common technique. You're able to push, but maybe when the king is already here, let's waiting for him to leave this area. So you're able to push, and now already the game is over. Let's explain why. If there's a king on f7, you're able to make a skewer like that. Wherever else he's going and giving you the chance for a check, please use this opportunity. Next move, you just promote a queen. So wherever 6th rank moving the king, you have these upcoming checks and promote. But wherever else he's going to the 7th rank, keep the 7th rank. When this pawn is already advanced, try to remember this pattern that you're able to skewer me. And win the rook, when there is enough distance between. And that's why black should stay on g7 and h7, or g7 and f7 is already losing when this pawn is already here. Try to keep this pawn here one more time to cover the position of your king. So right now I'm explaining you one more time. If you collect these 3 pawns and having this extra pawn far away from the black king, this is the main factor, far away from opponent's king, not able to make the maximum defense, your percentage of winning of the game is more than 70–80%. And if you play like in the game after rook a2, here you have less than 3% to win the game with this extra pawn. In short, is like that. That's why simplification and moving also from rook endgame to the pawn endgame, this is a very sneaky, very teeny moment, Which rook endgame could be better? This is what I try to explain. Of course, king g5 is blunder. I don't pay so much attention to the blunders, I pay more attention to what could be the correct decision most of all. So now you're able to win this, either this. After in between check, this is calling in between check, opponent is not able to cross these squares. If he's coming to h5, boom, checkmate. If he's coming to h4, also h4 and h5, checkmate. So he has only one move and then you're ready to continue collecting the pawns. In between check. By the way, after PMD checked out the prizes and gave us the prizes, I think Nicola Stoyson is a great sponsor, and one more player too is the great sponsor of the tournament. So after they gave us the prizes, people like the Piper will get access of the Diamond membership for 1 month, so you can check out the options and you can try to definitely improve your skills, covering as much as possible tactics, let's say, because you're gonna have access to the chess drills, to the chess learnings, to the chess articles, videos, and puzzles. Most of all, more than five per day. It's there is no limitation. Okay, current situation, from missing chance of mate in 1, you're pushing this, and I could say that it's much more preferable to try to win this as fast as possible and trying to generate another pass pawn as fast as possible. I think you lost too many pawns on the way. Again, try to win this. Pawns are very important. People don't really respect the pawns so much. Try to go behind, yes. But here you have a huge problem that black is first one behind his pass pawn and he's able to push ahead. Pushing of h5, king g5, yeah, rook g3 check now. Maybe correct response could be king h4. Yeah, in the other case he's going to activate the king in this way, supporting his pass pawn. So probably you did well, but now king to h6 is bad. Let's show you some other trick. This Hey, Sepotashwa, Professor Rico, what's mean that, man? Let's show you some other trick here, guys. Now, right now, it's a white to move. It's a white to move. Black cover g4, black cover g5, black cover g3. Okay, the Piper, do you know how it's calling this situation now? If it's a white to move, and if you're able to sacrifice your rook, the game will finish draw. Doesn't matter how many pawns down you have now, 2 pawns down. Stalemate is coming. Stalemate is coming. So, the next step is, of course, trying to sacrifice your crazy rook. Crazy rook indeed. Boom, boom, boom. Check. Here. Check. Check. Check forever. Don't think about pawns. Check forever. Check forever. It's already draw. Doesn't matter where is the king. Check forever. Whoa, 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 whoa! Grandmaster Min Lee! Grandmaster Min Lee! I wish you really a Grandmaster title soon, man. Huge thanks. I really wish you a Grandmaster title. Wow. If somebody ordered that rating, I have no idea, but I'm very, very glad. He's a very powerful player. I could say, I could count Grandmaster Lee, Min Lee, power like Grandmasters like Naroditsky. I can compare him with Naroditsky and Hikaru, really, like online skills. One of the best players. Hey, hey. PMD Arena, yes, but I'm currently only analyzing the games of my subs. Hey, hey, bullet chess only. Thank you so much, Grandmaster Lee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now we have a crazy rook and we have a definitely stalemate situation. I mean, black spawn control days also. Doesn't really... okay. So, there we go, never give up. So after this check, you're able to go to the stalemate situation. I think even Grandmaster Bogner made me a stalemate one of the games with 3 heavy extra pieces on the board or something like that. So never give up. For those of you who doesn't know me, we have so many new people maybe in the chat currently because of Min Lee. I'm one Grandmaster Adrian Nikolov from Bulgaria. Long time experienced coach too, 8 years. 1 year in Dubai. I'm very, very glad. So you can check out for more pictures and content my Facebook. I have upcoming simul out of my blog and fan club too. If you're interested, you can be a current sub and take a part in it on Thursday. 60 plus 10. 60 plus 10. I'm doing that from years, by the way. Even when I generate my account in chess.com, this was the first thing what I start doing. Simultaneous, classical simultaneous, 60 plus 10. In general, I'm playing against more than 10 people in about 13 or 15 people. No, I didn't. We have some country problems, federation problems and so on. Kvel. Thank you, and don't forget about following my channel, please. I have some content in YouTube too. I'll be glad. And keep in touch after the stream in Discord for additional questions. This is just the 3rd week where I'm glad to analyze games of my subs with a huge thankful spirit, because we currently occupy 2nd place. So this is the price of some of my players. Well, it's something else to take part in some world event because all players are pretty powerful, like Russia, Ukraine, China, you know, World Championship is full of energy, full of power and powerful players, so it's a bit hard. Yeah, it's a bit hard. Alright, Sabotage, yeah, I will reach it, don't worry, I have 100 games already, maybe. I hope so. Until the end of the year I'm gonna analyze them. Sometimes I go too deeper, but this Rooken game was exciting. Now King H6, maybe final mistake of white, let me see.